Even though many people might underestimate that, having the right hair care is so important. You have no idea because first of all, yes, it can be complicated, but I'm here to tell you that it can also be very simple and easy. You just have to know how, and some things that you should avoid, that even though you may do a lot of things right, these few little things are still destroying the whole thing, kind of. And this is exactly why I'm here to help, and I guarantee you that after this video you will have a very clear understanding on what you should do in order to have the perfect, most glowy, shiny hair. So in case you're interested, keep watching and I hope it's helpful. Hi girls, it's Evie. Welcome back to my channel. And today I will show you everything that you should or should not do in order to have the most perfect, healthiest hair ever. So in case your hair might be damaged and you have kind of no idea what to do, trust me, you're not alone. I was feeling the same. And I would say my hair speaks for itself. And it took me so long to understand these few things that you have to do in order to save your hair. But trust me, it's not that hard. You just have to know what to do, and yes, that's it. To start, I would say having the right shampoo is one of the most important steps ever. I recently bought a shampoo for myself because I just wanted to try something new, even though I'm very happy with my current one. But honestly, it was not good. So trust me, shampoo is truly one of the most game-changing things you can do. So for now, let me show you what you need to do. Okay, so this is the one I'm currently using, and this is not how I'm supposed to hold it. It's actually like that. And it's the Glycor Oil Nutritive Shampoo. They also have conditioner from it, and I also used to use it, but honestly, please stop using conditioner because you don't need that. Literally, it's just, I would say it's just such a waste of money. You can just have leave-in masks or do hair masks for yourself based on natural products like rice masks or anything else. But please don't ever use conditioner because it's also not so good for your hair, I would say, because the shampoo you're using opens your hair and the conditioner kind of closes the hair, so that structure. That's not explained professionally, but I hope you can understand. And when you're washing your hair and then you put on conditioner and then your hair is closed again, and then you put, when you're styling your hair, some sort of oil and heat protectant, which also is very important, so keep using that, into your hair. It won't really affect your hair, so that can be good if you're using something that's damaging, but if you actually want to do hair care and have your hair moisturized, then this, so the conditioner that stands there, is really not something you should do. And also, when you're having a shampoo, you should also pay attention that it's oil-based or something, or just any kind of oil shampoo, so that your hair will be as shiny and glowing as possible. Because like I said, this is also oil nutritive. So I don't know what kind of oil this is actually. Oh, it's omega-9 and marula oil. So these are the ones that you should use. And also what I would say that you should use often would be argan oil. I also have like a hair oil that is based on argan oil. But something I definitely do not recommend, I'm speaking from experience here, is to put any heavy kind of oils onto your hair unless you're having like an afro or something, or generally very curly or coily hair, because then your hair structure would like go with it, then it would work. But honestly, it's just too heavy and it will, I don't know exactly what it does, but for example, I'm having wavy hair and I'm having like the hair structure of a white person. So if you're also having a similar hair structure, I wouldn't recommend that. So for example, about 1 year ago or maybe half a year, I was using coconut oil and I used it as a leave-in for my hair, and then after like 30 minutes or something, I always washed my hair and tried to rinse it out. But it's very hard to get out of your hair since, like I said, it's very heavy, so you will always have some, like, I don't know, stuff on it into your hair, so not so ideal, I would say. Yeah, so argan oil, marula oil, and just the typical Moroccan oil. Yeah. If your hair tends to be very dry, then one hair mask that I can definitely recommend is this one. It's from the Canarian Islands and the brand name is Finca Canarias. I actually have many products from them, and it mainly contains argan oil, moringa, and pink algae. I don't know. Sour argan oil again. And this is also great that you try to have as many oil-based or oil-focused products as possible. Even though you already have oily hair, then I wouldn't recommend that. But this one is amazing, and generally stuff that also contains aloe vera in it, because aloe vera, I would say, besides oils, is just such a nice thing to moisturize your hair, so this is also amazing. And I would say for hair masks, for this one especially, you should shampoo your hair and after that you should put this in, not into your roots, but like everywhere else, and then you basically just leave it in for 5 minutes and then you rinse it off, and then you don't go in with conditioner, you're just done then, and then your hair will have a pretty perfect base, I would say. Another thing is how often you're washing your hair. And I'm not a professional, but I would say that your defense system of your hair, or in that case your scalp, will get kind of irritated by that. Because think about it like that. Why is your hair producing oil on your scalp? Because your hair needs moisture. But if you're like taking this away and the shampoo will be there quite often, like for example when you're washing your hair every day, then your scalp tries to balance that. Okay, now that might sound a little bit weird, but I would say you should compare it to your eyes. Because when you're blinking, your eyes will get filled with moisture, right? So that they don't dry out. But for example, if you avoid blinking and try to hold eye contact with somebody or something, then they will get wet even faster. So I would say you can compare it to that. I don't know, maybe it has another reason, but I would say still you just shouldn't wash your hair that often. And it's also good because you have to let your hair rest. Similar to when you're exfoliating your skin, you shouldn't exfoliate your skin, especially on your face, every day, because then your skin can't rest, and it's the same for your hair because it also needs a resting time. Because imagine you're going to the gym every day without any resting, and not only doing leg day, but doing every muscle every day. I don't know, that wouldn't be so good, right? Alright, moving over to hair care, I would say, even though many people tend to say that you need lots of oils for your roots in order to contain hair growth, I would say that's not necessarily the case. At least for me it's not the case. But generally, when you want to take care of your hair, the healthiness of your hair comes always from the scalp. So when your roots are dead, they still will be dead. You just have to cut them off then. But for example, one thing that is not so expensive, because it's not like a product that's able to run out, is that you actually get one of these, or you can also get a bamboo brush to massage your scalp. But one thing that's also very important that you definitely have to pay attention to is when you're massaging your scalp, you should not rub it like that. So you should avoid having a movement onto your skin, because honestly, you will probably just rip off your hair then, and then you will just get more hair loss, which would be the opposite than what you want to achieve, right? And what you should do instead of that is that when you're moving, you should move with your skin weight so that you have the pressure on your head or your scalp, and then you can see that. So basically your skin will move with it and the movement will still be on the same place. And the reason why you're doing scalp massaging is mainly because we want to have a better blood circulation. And this is something we will do when we just go with our skin instead of rubbing on it. So try that. And about the duration or generally how often you should massage your scalp, I would say every time you're washing your hair. So for example, I'm doing that once a week, but depending on how often you're massaging your scalp, you also have to set another duration for the same effect. For example, I'm doing this about 15 to 20 minutes. So before I'm washing my hair, I will brush through it so that I don't have any hair knots when I'm washing it. And then before I'm going to the shower, I will just scalp my head everywhere. And like I said, I will go with the movement of my skin. You should also avoid putting heat on your hair too often. So, I don't know, most of you are probably straightening their hair almost every day. But this is pretty much the least thing you should do. But if you're one of those people that really has to have straight hair every day, then one thing you should pay attention to, of course, it's heat protectant, but one thing that is so much less damaging for your hair is that when you're straightening your hair, first of all, use a brush and then go in with the straightener so that you don't have any knots on your hair that you're trying to straighten, because if there are any, you will probably rip them out then, and this is also not so ideal. And then also I would say to have the straightener on quite some more heat, so not too cold, but you should still like go in and take small pieces of your hair and then go very slowly, and this was even too fast, but you should go very slowly and try to per strain only straight it once, because when straightening my hair I also used to take like a strain and then just go in with the straightener like that, or also this is a very famous method, but this will pretty much destroy your hair completely. And in case it's not destroyed yet, trust me, it will be in the long term. And we don't want to be bald, right? So just be slowly and patient and only go on your hair once instead of doing it too often. And then generally for hair care products, I would say the pretty much only product you should use is actually just having a good hair oil. So something that is not too light but also not too heavy depending on your hair type. You can also research that, but like I said, coconut oil for example is just good for people that have very, very curly or coily hair, I would say. Maybe not even for them, I'm not sure. But for example, what I am using is that one, and it's from Petit Prairie. You can also see that it has argan oil in it, or at least argan infused oil. So yeah, I'm pretty much always having argan oil in my stuff. And then if you still want to style your hair, but you still want to have your hair healthy, like I said, don't style your hair with heat every day. But what I like to do when I have my hair wash day, which most of the time is on Sundays, I wash my hair and then I dry it until it's almost completely dry, about 90% or something. And then I go in with a blow dryer and a round brush, because this is just a little bit less damaging for your hair than just going in with a straightener. And then I just go in with a round brush, and the positive part about that is when you're having a round brush, you have more space, so you can actually take bigger pieces of your hair and then just like that. But I also have another hair video that's explaining how I'm doing that, so that you're maybe only having heat on your hair once a week. And then for the second day after hair wash day, you can just do heatless curls, because your hair still has this styled kind of structure and it's not wavy or something. And then you can work with that base, so in order to have heatless curls, because I feel like when you have wavy, or especially when you have curly hair, heatless curls or overnight blowouts, I feel like that doesn't work. I don't know. And now to finish off the video, I would lastly say that you should generally just treat your hair with kindness, because you should be patient. For example, when brushing your hair, you should always start at the bottom and then just very gentle and patient work your way up, so that you don't rip out your hair. You should also pay attention to cleaning your hairbrushes, hair ties, and general hair tools like straightener or round brush very consistent. So I also do this once a week. You can also do this more often, but every time when I wash my hair, and then I'm letting most of my hair blow dry while it dries. For the main part, I will just take some time to clean my brushes and stuff, because first of all, there are many oil things that you do not want to have into your just washed hair, because then it maybe will take 2 or 3 days, or not even this time, and then your hair will be greasy again. So just no. And that's already it with my hair do's and don'ts. So please make sure to like this video and also comment in case you found it helpful, and in case you maybe want me to do another hair routine or something. And also don't forget to follow for more. And yes, that's it. So love you. Bye bye.